we've got a bit of a problem. Yeah, I for the life of me cannot figure out how to get these guys to work. They like kind of work sometimes. I think that's new, sharpness 5. Other times they just don't give me any books whatsoever, and I really don't have, actually that's kind of good. I really don't have the infrastructure to keep trading with them like I have. I don't want to go through all my emeralds. So I think I'm just gonna put this to bed for right now, and we'll come back to this project later. But I feel like there's more pressing issues than doing villager stuff right now. You see, last episode, we kind of got invaded by illagers and pillagers from the, well, illager invasion mod. And while it doesn't look like it, we actually suffered a great loss from our villagers. Now, we've done a good job at repopulating. We've got plenty of villagers running around now, plenty employed, but that's not quite good enough. I feel like if we just leave it at that, you know, we just kind of lick our wounds and don't actually do anything about the pillager issue, there's a good chance that they'll actually come back and try and mess with us again. And well, we got a letter last episode, a letter that is still in fact in the mailbox. Yeah, this letter basically depicted the struggle of some of these villager brethren that have been stuck in a mansion where apparently the illagers are basing out right now. And well, I think if we want to stop the illagers from ever coming here and attacking our village again, we have to go there and put a stop to them from the source. But I'm not really prepared for that right now. So I want to spend a bit of time, and we're gonna like organize our inventory, and there's a few things we need to go over. We got rid of fabric waystones because that was just giving me so many issues, but we replaced it with a different waystone mod that so far hasn't given me any troubles in creative mode. Of course, I gotta test some of these things out before I actually bring them into our world. So we need to, you know, fix that. And then we also got rid of the better trims mod. So we need to basically change up our trims because these don't really do anything now. And the diamond on diamond, while it was fun, you know, it's not really what's working for me right now. And I think we actually have a really good solution to that. Unfortunately, I've just realized though that solution is sitting in my cabin that I no longer have access to. So we, I guess we need to find a way back to our home, and then we'll get to gearing up a little bit better, which I guess is good because I can go drop off all this junk. And home, sweet home. Now, when I say we need to gear up a little bit more, there's actually something that's involved with the Illager invasion pack. And that is, if I can find it, right here. We can actually use these platinum sheets as armor trim. And actually, it's a pretty good effect whenever you use them all. So first things first, I need to get a copy of Silence, but I guess we do have some options here. Let me play around with some of these. Okay, so it looks like we're really not going to get much design-wise coming through, almost like it was with the diamond. I guess Silence looks pretty good, so we might end up going with that again. But it's just the platinum... some issues here. The platinum just doesn't pop out as much, but it is like the only useful trim that we have now. Yeah. Yeah, I think we might just go with Silence again, which I actually might be out of diamonds for. I cannot believe that. Okay, here, and then Silence up top, and then, oh boy. Okay, actually, we might have enough. Just barely. We only have 2 diamonds left. Oh goodness, I have to go mining now. Okay, yeah, you can definitely see it a lot better as well. Like, it pops. It really pops. All right, now moment of truth. How's it look? I kind of like that. Let's go out here. Hello? What are you doing here? Okay. I don't think I need any of this stuff, but thank you, sir. I'm trying to get a look at my armor right now. Look at this. What do we think? I think I do like it better than the diamond, if I'm being honest. I think it's kind of cool. Okay, yeah, but not only that, it actually has benefits. Yeah, you can see right there, platinum material, insight effect. And then we have agility effect, endurance effect, and featherweight effect. And if you ask me what those mean, I couldn't tell you. But I do know that they do something more than the better trims mod was doing. So there we go. We are a bit better geared up to go and take on this mansion. I have a feeling it's going to be a bit of a challenge, but let me go ahead and put this stuff away. This really, really hurts my soul. Now there's actually one more thing that we can do here, and I think I need these and more of you. All right, This is from the Waystones mod, the new one that we're using. I think it's just called Waystones. This is like the new gem that's going to let us teleport across the world, and hopefully it won't be as buggy as the last one, but there we go. And then we need, looks like obsidian and stone bricks to actually make the thing. All right, how many of these can we make? I know we can do more than one, but oh, I think it's because they don't stack. Okay. All right, 6 of them. Now, if I go ahead and put this down, was the other one like right there? Maybe? All right, and we'll go cabin. and save. All right, now if I click on it, yeah, we can go to cabin. But of course, we didn't set one up in the village before we left. So now I get to go and run all the way back. All right, here we go. All the way back now. So I do have an idea of how we're going to find this mansion, because I don't know where one is. I don't know that the villagers didn't leave me any instructions whenever they sent this letter. So I think we're going to have to do it ourselves. And one way that we're going to do that, I think, is with cartographers. As far as I know, I don't think this is like too recent of an update, but I think they should give us a woodland map. If maybe fit for the right time of day, but we should be able to use one of these cartographers, hopefully, to get a mansion map. I'm sure we can find someone bright enough to lead us the right direction. All right, so we've got Christopher the cartographer here, and actually he's given me maps a lot earlier than I thought he would, but I don't think these are the maps that we need. Okay. He just refreshed his trades. So now I need to go get glass. This is gonna be so much fun. Okay, thankfully I've got plenty from the librarians. Oh, and he refreshed again. Okay, but this is the one that I was curious about. Is this a mansion map, or is this just a random... Okay, it looks like that's showing us like a ruined portal. Is it gonna be the same every time? Yeah, it looks like it might be, but it's a good way to level him up. All right, now what do you got for me? Christopher? Oh, okay. Ooh. I think that's what we need. Look at that. And it doesn't look like it's that far away. All right. Well, thank you, Christopher. I will come back for you someday, I suppose. Let's, oh God, am I even ready for this? Let me dump my inventory real fast. All right. Well, villagers, I will, be back, I suppose. This is north, right? Yeah. I'm a little bit nervous, but at the same time, it would be really nice to not have these pillagers bothering us anymore. So I kind of hope that this puts a stop to them. Oh, we are already moving on the map. We really weren't that far away. Oh God, that means this is close. No wonder they were picking on this village. They're like, are they? Oh my goodness. Oh boy, that is a lot bigger than I thought it was going to be. Well. Yeah, I guess. I mean, this is where the village is, and this is where the mansion is. My God. I guess I don't need that map anymore. Well, pillagers, I've come to avenge my village. Prepare yourselves. Here's the strat. I figured it was best to start at the lower levels and work my way upwards. This version of the mansion is from Dungeons and Taverns, and one thing I noticed about these developers is that they love to create intricate dungeons. So on top of trying to check every chest in every single room, I'm constantly fighting pillagers and other mobs that keep spawning in the dark spots and around every corner. A lot of the loot that I was finding was pretty good. I mentioned updating a few of the mods earlier, and during that process, a couple new ones got added to the pack. So it's fun discovering how that impacted the loot tables. Eventually, I began to understand the layout of the mansion and got a system down for scouring every single inch. I was mainly on the lookout for the big bad, the Invoker, but room after room, level after level, I could not for the life of me find this boss. There were tons of regular pillagers, lots from the Illager invasion pack, which is where the boss is from, but no big baddie to be found. I did find a lot of loot, lots of mobs, and a bunch of weird stuff in the attic that I'm not sure I'm ready to talk about just yet. So I've been around this thing a couple times now, and I cannot for the life of me find the boss. I've found plenty of evokers, but I haven't found the big bad that I was looking for. So I think that they must have gotten word that we were coming and fleed like the coward that they are. that, or you know, I just couldn't find it because something was messed up with all the mods. But hey, we're just gonna pretend that they are a coward and we have to go looking for them elsewhere. But this wasn't exactly fruitless. We did actually find quite a bit of good loot. And I was talking earlier about refreshing some of the mods, and one of the mods that I added was this mod called Artifacts. And this mansion gave us quite a few of these artifacts to play around with. So this one applies extra luck when we're fishing. This one reduces all the negative potion effects, which, you know, that'll be helpful against witches. This one, the kitty slippers, creepers will avoid us if we're wearing those. They also make a funny sound whenever you take damage. The power glove increases damage that we do. Thorn pendant has a 50% chance to damage attackers. So it's basically just like having thorns enchantment, I guess. Villager hat, which will be really, really useful, saving some emeralds when we're trading with our villagers. And then a warp drive, which ender pearls are not consumed, but cost hunger, which is kind of interesting. And I did actually collect an ender pearl, so we could try that, I suppose. I think what we just, if we go to our inventory and open the accessories tab, yeah, we got all this stuff over here. And it's a little bit laggy, but if I shift click that, where does this go? Does this go? Oh, it says it goes in my belt, so I have to take away the lantern? Yeah, okay. And then, oh, you can see it right here on my character. Huh. Okay, and then we should be able to just throw the pearl. Ooh, that's kind of cool. And it looks like one haunch at a time, which we have our backpack set up so we can automatically eat food. That's kind of cool. So we don't have to worry about eating or anything. We can just, you know, teleport around. And I mean, we can already jump and stuff around everywhere, but this is kind of cool. So yeah, that mod adds a couple of cool trinkets that we'll have to find, I guess. I think there's like 30 or something, and we found 6 in this dungeon. So I guess, you know, we still have plenty to find and plenty to mess around with, actually. Okay, and then on top of that, we also got a couple of totems, which this one is new. I haven't seen this before. A fatal hit teleports you somewhere else instead. Sounds kind of useful, but I think a totem will be the most useful thing to have in the trinket slot. Got a couple of smithing templates. I'm not quite sure what this one does, but this one is for Elytra. I know that for sure. This one, I don't really know what it is. Got a couple of enchanted books as well. We got Pillager's Bane 5, which we'll have to create a new sword for, so that way we have a smite, a sharpness, and Pillager's Bane 1. We got this really good book, which is Fortune 3 Mending, Protection 4. We also got a handful of ancient city maps. Now, I have a feeling that these are going to all lead to the same ancient city, and it looks like, yeah, so we get that, and I don't know if these are going to be identical maps, but oh, yep, looks like it might be. Our cursor looks kind of big, so that might actually be closer than we think, but if that's the case, I'm just going to get rid of all of these because I don't actually need them if they're all duplicates. And then we got this Pillager Outpost map, which looks a little bit further away off in that direction, I think. Maybe we could go here and search for clues for where the boss went. And then past that, nothing really important. We did get a Potion of Weakness, which is really good because I don't have access to Blaze Powder right now, so I can't craft any potions myself. So that was a pretty good find. I had fun doing this dungeon. I wish that we were able to find that boss, but I think we put enough of a spanking on these pillagers that they should leave our villagers alone. And speaking of villagers, I'm pretty sure there are like 20 different villagers stuck in this building. So I'm gonna have to send out a rescue party for rescuing these villagers because there's no way that I'm gonna be taking all those guys back to the village right now. No, I'm not doing that. Little parting gift before we leave. That's for killing all my villagers. And home sweet home. You guys miss me? I mean, I really wasn't gone that long. All right, we have good news and bad news. The good news is we are finally running shaders dedicated. I've made the decision that we are going to be playing with shaders from now on. The bad news is I got a new graphics card in order to run these shaders more permanently, and it's still struggling to maintain the shaders and a strong FPS. So unfortunately, we're playing at like the worst settings for complementary shaders, but we're getting still about 80 frames to 90 frames, and that's okay. That's something that I can deal with. I was a little bit upset that I bought a brand new graphics card just for it to run pretty much the same that it was before, but I think it's a problem with the mod pack just being too big in general. But hey, now we can say we are running shaders in a modded world, and it's gonna feel just that much more modded because of that. I also went through and updated a few of our texture packs, a few of our different things. you know, just visually, we're changing things up a little bit here. And another thing, in case you couldn't tell, it has been several weeks and if not months since I've been in this world since we recorded that last clip. Oh, goodness gracious. It's been quite some time since I've been in this world, and that is because I did a little thing called 50 trees in 50 days. And if you guys are unaware of what that series is, I'll put it in the cards for the video so you can go check that out. But it has been quite some time since we've been in this world, and I'm a little bit lost on what exactly I wanted to do next. Those shadows kind of look weird. This is something I'm gonna have to get used to, but I am a little bit confused on what I wanted to do next. So I think I'm gonna take some time after we're done chatting here and kind of align myself. Wait, hang on. What did I just see? That guy has a hat on. Was that like that before? Oh goodness, yeah. It's been a while. I've got to realign what I was doing in this world and figure out what I wanted to do next. But a few things I wanted to go over. I did actually sort out my inventory. Finally, I added a resource pack to change up the armor a little bit, and then I also found out that you can hide certain pieces of armor, which, I mean, this looks fine. Like I really don't mind it, but I kind of prefer it without the helmet, just so you can see more of my curls. So that was fun to find out. We talked in the last clip about these kitty slippers and a few of the other artifacts here that I'm now using. Just a couple of them, but the kitty slippers I wanted to show you. You already got a glimpse of the noise that they make. But if I come here all the way to the top of this tower and we fall off, did you hear that noise? A little kitty. Yeah, it's a fun noise, but I'm not sure I want to listen to it all the time. I end up taking a lot of fall damage just jumping around with air hop, and I feel like hearing a cat every once in a while is just gonna make me go crazy. So there's actually a way that I can turn that noise off, but if you guys want to hear it more and you want me to keep it on, go ahead and let me know. But for now, I think I'm going to turn that off. But in the meantime, I think I'm going to run around the village and just kind of see what I think needs done. I think we might do something with like the fields out there. Maybe we can expand that. Maybe we can add like more defenses or something. I don't really know. I'm gonna stop rambling though, and we're gonna get to work. I decided to start off with something on the easier side. I haven't changed anything about this coastline since we first renovated the village, so it felt like a good enough time to come back to it and finally fill this in with mud. I didn't go too crazy over the top with the details like we have back at our starter base, but just enough here to kind of transform the area a little bit and make it feel like we actually did something here. We'll come back through later today with some more foliage blocks like the lily pads, the cattails, stuff like that. But for right now, just converting this area to mud feels a lot better. And honestly, my whole goal with this village is just to try and do one thing at a time, so this fits perfectly into that formula. Feeling a little bit more warmed up, I decided I wanted to work on a crop silo out in the field, something that the villagers can use to store all the crops that we're getting for the village. The only problem is I really didn't have a direction for this thing, so I ended up going back and forth on a couple of different designs, none of which felt like they fit in the aesthetic of the village. In the end, I landed on something that was a bit too futuristic for the overall feel of the village, so I think we might end up changing this later. My rationale in the moment was that we have stuff like underground bunkers that kind of have the same aesthetic, but I don't think it works on the surface. Underground, it's fine where you don't really see it, but up here, I just don't think it works. Taking a little break from the outside of the village and turning my attention back inwards, I decided it was best to work on the botanist shop. Nothing too crazy over the top here. We've got a nice glass roof for all the plants to get plenty of sunlight. This bigger area at the back acting more as like the grow room, and then the area at the front being more as like the shop face. There's still quite a bit of details that we need to do on the inside, but for now, the outside is looking pretty good. And I think it's the last building that we actually had to do, so that's awesome. Deciding that I would do something about the silo idea later, I instead turned my attention towards the front gatehouse of our village. I widened the path going through the main gate, added plenty of bushes along the edges of the path, new lampposts lighting the way, and some more rocks. We've got a lot more funky shapes with these ones than we did in the crop fields, and I kind of like them. I feel like they were a little bit weird at first, but I've definitely gotten used to them. And then other than that, we just added a couple of minor touch-ups to this area. Oh, and defenses. I've been lied to. Well, not necessarily, but sort of. You see, I thought the Invoker boss that we were looking for in the mansion over that way would be in any mansion that we found, but it turns out that Dungeons and Taverns actually conflicts with Illager Invasion. So I, after doing a lot of hard digging, researching, trying to figure out what the problem is, I finally solved the bug, and we actually have another mansion that's not too far away. It's over like here. Somewhere in this area, and that one should have an Invoker, which is the big bad that we were searching for in the other mansion. And you know, lore wise, we could say maybe the Invoker fled from that mansion over there and is now residing at the one over in this direction. But just to break that fourth wall, peel back the curtain a little bit, this took me so long to find out. But hey, we are going to go find the big bad that I was talking about. And this should actually lead to a very interesting mechanic that we can explore together. Because we explored earlier in this episode that Illager Invasion actually added platinum trim to the game. Something which actually provides good benefits. Benefits that do still elude me, but there are some other things in this mod that are going to be very, very helpful. I don't know what that is, but that is not what I have my sights set on. No, so the reason I want to find this big bad, the Invoker, is because they drop something called, I've forgotten the name, but they drop a very important gem, something that we can use in a crafting recipe that will unlock us an imbuing table. Yeah, sounds pretty cool. Oh my goodness, I need to watch where I'm going. Sounds pretty cool, and it should be a very fun thing to experiment with. But it should allow us to unlock the next level of gear enchantments. God, I'm really burning for a long time, aren't I? This should be the next step in gearing ourselves up. Not that we need too much more power. I mean, we are already pretty much unstoppable, but there are certain things coming in the horizon that I am a little bit afraid of. And I think we need to be best we can prepared so that we don't run into any issues and don't end up regretting things and maybe accidentally dying when we shouldn't be. I'd like to be done dying. I swear this mansion's over here somewhere. Is this new? I never know. Whenever I update things, I feel so lost sometimes. I'm gonna get some just to be safe. Oh, and word to the wise, I updated some of my mods, and it seems like the frame rate issue that I was having earlier while running shaders is actually pretty much solved. I mean, it's a little bit framey right now running through these new loaded chunks, but I think that for the most part, our frame rates should be acceptable. You know, I turned the shader settings back up to high, and I've not had too many issues so far, but this is going to be a process that we all learn some things together, because I typically don't run shaders, so I don't really know what things cause them to perform better, perform worse, stuff like that. So this is going to be a learning process for all of us, but I do hope that you enjoy them. I've kind of gotten used to them, and I gotta say, I see what the hype is behind them, because they, oh my goodness, yeah, little framey. Yeah, I understand the hype. Are those pillagers? Interesting. Okay, but those aren't the pillagers that I have in mind right now. Oh, hello, zombie. Oh, boss bar appeared. That means, yeah, that's exactly what should have happened the last time whenever we approached the other mansion. That means we are getting close. Not sure what the range is on these boss bars, but I know it's around here somewhere. Oh, yep, right here. I do want to sleep just so we get it daytime and we're not fighting this thing in the dark. But it looks like this might just be the normal mansion generation. And I think Dungeons and Taverns just overhauled too much of it. And maybe the AI got a little bit confused and didn't spawn in that other one. But this one should be just fine. And a lot similar to, I think, a vanilla mansion. It's always good to get a full night's sleep. But okay, I think the front of this thing is on the other side, maybe? I hear something. Oh, yep. Okay, we got the achievement for it. Deep in the dark woodland, enter a woodland mansion. So it didn't even count as a woodland mansion when we did it through Dungeons and Taverns. Is it a rascal? There is a rascal here. How about that? Oh, I wanted to show you this. I found out while we were building the other stuff that I am completely immune to creepers now. I forgot the cat slippers did that, but creepers will just leave me alone, which makes for building at night so much better. I absolutely love that. Now, do we want to play hide and seek while we're going through this? I think it's gonna, yeah, we're gonna play it either way. Okay, it is looking like this is a normal mansion. So this is going to be something that we find in vanilla. The only difference is we are gonna have these Illager invasion mobs. These ones are the ones that we encountered in the raid, and I think we should be able to see a few other ones while we're conquering this thing. I don't know if there's gonna be anything hidden in here though. God, that does it really fast. Holy Lord. One thing's for sure, we are definitely going to get a lot of junk though, so we'll make sure to keep our inventory cleared just in case we get anything fun and special. Hearing lots of noises. I don't think there's anything in these chests. Oh, but there is a guy, a provoker. Okay. One of the issues is we are a little bit too beefy for some of these guys, so we might not be able to see all of their fighting mechanics, but it's still going to be a fun dungeon to traverse. Looks like we got some prisoners here too. We'll leave them there for now. There's so many weird noises happening. Oh, hey, rascal. Okay, I think that's the first level cleared out. Now we head upstairs. Oh, more enemies. Hey, guys. That was kind of fun. Oh, what is this guy? Okay, one of the archivists. Maybe I should let them do their attacks. I'm kind of curious what they do. Okay, this guy is a provoker. What happened? What'd you do? Nothing. Okay. So we do get some of the updated loot as well, but I think so far it looks like the dungeons and taverns had a bit better loot. Increases the wearer's flatulence. Oh no. Okay, we're gonna put that away. I'm mature, I swear. Okay, Archivist. Remind me what you do. Wait, was that it? Oh, hey, Johnny. Was that all you do? Just summon an attack and then run away? Oh, he's immune. Interesting. Okay, that guy died. Oh, we have a mini-boss here. Rumak the Dark. Oh. This is from a different mod, I think. This is not Illager Invasion, but I better be careful here just in case. Oh, never mind. 3 hits, and that was it. And get these stupid Vex out of my way. Oh, it looks like there's another one here, probably. Stupid Vex. Ooh, Scarf of Invisibility. I'm getting hit from everywhere. Calm down. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Stop it. There are so many Vex. Oh my goodness. Guys, stop it. Stop it. Leave me alone. Where's your master? Oh, okay. I think this is a guy. No. Please leave me alone, Vex. Jesus. I think they just die eventually. Good God. Leave me alone. Stop it. Okay, we got staircases up, but I hear guys. Okay. Yeah, we're trying to hide. Okay. Here's some other mobs. Just some random rooms. I think that way is the way up. I think that's all the enemies on this layer. I really hope there's not another guy spawning these Vex and that they're all just gonna disappear. I guess we'll find out. No, there's definitely still more of these guys. Oh, is this the guy? Is this the guy? Hold on, I want to start getting a flashback. Oh my goodness, this is him. This is him for sure. Holy crap. Okay, so he spawns like, they look like skeleton Vexes. And he does the same stuff as the, oh God, I can't remember their names now. Oh, he does the same attacks as the guys that spawn the totems. I don't remember their names. Yeah, look at those skeleton things. He's got quite a bit of health, but I think we can... Oh, I don't want to get too close to death here. Okay, gotta be a little bit careful. Let myself heal up a little bit. Our backpack auto-eating for us is incredibly helpful here. Goodness. Okay, come here. Does he heal? Doesn't look like it. Okay, and he kind of just stands there. Oh, he disappeared. That's not good. If he doesn't heal up, okay, we should be fine. But we do need to find him now. Did he go outside anywhere? God, these things are so annoying. Go away. Ooh, got a little bit chaotic there. Not gonna lie. Okay, where's this idiot that keeps spawning the fangs? Oh, Evoker. I couldn't remember that. Come on, where's the big bad? Where'd he go? Okay, hopefully that was the last Evoker. Now, where is the Invoker? You can die. You guys, oh my God. Guys, chill out. Chill. Okay, where on earth did this guy go? He was over here. He didn't fall, did... Oh, he might have just fallen. Okay. Now, please, sir, give me the gem. Okay, what is this called? You go away. Primal Essence. Okay, let me just block this up so we get a second to check this out. Okay, Primal Essence. Now, I believe this is used in a recipe. Yes, for the imbuing table. Now, there's quite a bit more to this that we need to discover ourselves. There's not like a guide or anything that I saw, so we need to figure out what this thing actually does. Let's go back to the village and figure it out. Okay, and here it is, the imbuing table. This thing should be pretty powerful, but I am realizing that I also forgot one key ingredient. This thing, which we should be able to craft. Oh, but it looks like we might be only able to do one of them. Yeah, okay, we need more unusual dust. I don't remember which mob gave us unusual dust, but we put this here. Yes, okay, I'm slowly remembering. Okay, if you remember our super pick from a couple episodes ago, we are going to take this thing. It already has Fortune 3, Efficiency 6, Unbreaking 4, and Mending. But if we use this table, we put Hallowed Gem here, Fortune 3 over here. Now we have Fortune 4, Efficiency 6, Unbreaking 4, and Mending. This is a super pickaxe. This thing, look at those stats. Oh my goodness. This thing is absolutely crazy now. Look at that. We need to do some sort of challenge to unlock this thing because it is just way too overpowered for us right now. And I also need to figure out how to get more of these unusual dusts because this is a very, very overpowered thing to have in the game that I'm not really sure how we can make use of right now. I'm not sure what the best way to get more unusual dust is, but I think in general, this thing is going to be fun to mess around with. And after looking a little bit deeper in the mod pack, the thing that drops the unusual dust is those sorcerer things that dropped the purple fire whenever our village got attacked by those raiders. So it looks like if we want to do more things with hollow gems and upgrading things with the imbuing table, we might have to subject our village to more raids, which I mean, I feel a little bit bad about, but at the same time, we spent quite a bit of time upping the defenses of the village, so maybe it can handle it now. But with that being said, this is a very, very powerful block that I look forward to using sparingly in the future. We'll think about subjecting our villagers to more raids in the future, but for now, I think I'm satisfied with that. Oh, I do want to show you. We got Scarf of Invisibility and the whoopee cushion thing. This makes it look like we are going to be able to turn invisible if we wear this. That is so cool. I don't know what the use is for this, but oh, it looks like it might have a timer. No? Okay, it's infinite. God, this is weird, but this might come in handy if we ever do something like a guardian temple again, or something where we need to be like super stealthy and just, you know, creep our way into a fortress or something like that. This looks really strange, if I'm being honest. And I gotta say, playing around with these artifacts has been a lot of fun. I'm really glad that I added this mod. But now with all that knocked out of the way, there's just one more thing that I want to do for today's episode. You see, running back and forth across the village, I've noticed a significant uptick in golems and also in sniffers. We have several of these guys just roaming around our village, and it feels kind of weird to just have them randomly. Like, I'm pretty sure we have 2 up here on this tower, and I think it would be best if we found out, or created rather, a home for these sniffers. They look a little bit lost, and I think it would be fun to put them, or to give them a place to call home. And the perfect spot I had in mind was right over there. I think it would be fun if we did a little cave home, kind of like a grotto or something like that. We use this area to gather a few materials, but I think we could carve this out a little bit. Maybe bring in like a little pond or something. I don't know. These things are dinosaurs, and I don't really know what their habitat looked like before, but now we are going to give them a little bit of a cozy cave pond, something down here that's out of the way from the rest of the village. So anytime that we get more of these guys that pop up, because I think they just do it randomly if I'm not mistaken, but anytime we get more of those, we can just bring them down there and have them in their own little area, you know, not tucked away too far from the rest of the village, but far enough that they're not in my way. And first things first, I think we need to work on getting this area carved out, and then we can work on the fun little details. So during this process, since I don't have a lot of extra stone on hand, I went back and forth between mining and filling out this little pond area. At first, I really wasn't sure what I was going to do with this big open cavern, but the idea of a pond here kind of added to the whole grotto vibe I was trying to go for, and felt just about perfect. I didn't want to get too complex with the shapes, so I just carved out a little space for the sniffers to hang out, and I'm really hoping that they fit here because I did not test it beforehand. After getting all the shaping in a good spot, I went back to the cabin and picked up a lot of extra fun detail stuff that we can use. A lot of this stuff I'm using for the very first time here, and I may have gotten a little bit overkill with the block variety here, but I think it turned out okay. I also went through and punched a hole from the main waterfall area that goes through the cave wall into a little pond inside the cave itself. That I thought was a fun little detail. And after finishing all the details in the cave area, I went and added a bunch of life to the coastline. And here we go. This is what it's looking like after just a bit of time on the details. Definitely went a little bit overboard with the overgrowth, but I feel like it's okay. It kind of works. This biome makes the leaves a bit different of a color, and I just kind of went with it. You know, we have blends of greens and reds and whites and whatnot in here. It works. I feel like it's okay. Might be a little bit too overcrowded in some areas, but hey, this is supposed to be like a nice, cozy, lush cave for the sniffers to live out their days. And hopefully they find it as cozy as I found making it. And then outside here, we did a bit more detailing on the pond area just to make this feel like a secret cave water feature of sorts. I don't really know. I feel like it's lacking a little bit on the variation. We have too much stone in the area, but also kind of, I feel like that attributes to the vibes that I was envisioning in the first place. So I don't know. We might come back through here and change a few things up, but I feel like for now it's perfectly fine. I don't want to get too caught up on the little details here. We do have a lot to do in this village still, so the less time I spend overthinking things, I think the better. And little detail here, I don't think the time lapse showed it off very well, but this is like a sewer grate where this water is coming through. I thought that was kind of fun. And then on the coastline, we also didn't overcomplicate this too much. We went with a very similar vibe to what we have back at our cabin. All in all, a little bit of extra work made this feel so much better. And I'm really glad that we put in the extra little effort here to add all these extra details. Slowly but surely, this village is coming together. But that does leave just one more thing on the docket. We need to move these sniffers into their new home. And I'm hoping we can do this with leads, but I haven't tested this out yet. Yeah, okay, they should be fine. And I'm kind of hoping they just stay down here. I don't think there's any way for them to really escape. Please fall in the water. Oh, okay, I'm sorry. He lost half a heart there, but that's okay. And yeah, there really shouldn't be any area for these guys to get out. Maybe like up here if they can parkour past this lamp or something. I don't know. We'll just have to give it time and see. You know, this one scares me a little bit, but I don't think there's any better way to do that. Okay, they lost a little bit of health. I'm sorry. I'm gonna throw you in water coming down. Oh, okay. I'm very sorry. But I do hope you like your new home. I don't know if sniffers were like water-based. I hear some zombies somewhere. I don't know if sniffers were water-based dinosaurs, but I feel like they fit the vibe in here perfectly. And I didn't even realize we have red that matches them. That's perfect. And it would be fun to get some little baby sniffers in here too. I'll have to think about that. But without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to bring us to an end today. We've done quite a lot in this episode, and it has taken a lot of time for this video to come out. So I do apologize about the delay, but there should be much less of a delay in the future. We are going to be locking in the new year for this series. We're going to try and get as many episodes out as we can. But I'm going to stop rambling. You've waited long enough for this episode. Ladies and gentlemen, people of all ages, I really appreciate you being here at this point in the video, and I hope you all have a wonderful day.